Oahu has seen a wave of recent power outages. A couple of weeks ago, the whole island was put on alert after a power plant went offline amid a storm, causing some rolling blackouts. Joining us now with some insight on how we can improve our grid is State Senate Energy Vice Chair Glenn Wakai. Aloha, good morning, Senator. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Great to be here with you, Sam.
So Hawaii's Clean Energy Initiative is to get to 100% clean energy by the year 2045. How do you think we can get there without these types of rolling blackouts?
I think we can get there. I think we have to manage our pace a little bit better. What we saw 2 weeks ago with rain and cloud cover shows us the shortcomings of intermittent power, renewable power. Solar and batteries are important, but they cannot be relied on 100% of the time, which we saw with the blackouts.
Now, when you talk about those intermittent energy sources, you also have firm energy sources such as geothermal. That's something the state's Chief Energy Officer, Mark Glick, is looking into on both Oahu as well as Maui. What do you think the potential of geothermal is here in Hawaii?
I think geothermal has huge potential. When you think about geothermal, and particularly on the Big Island, right? We have the active volcano here in Hawaii. So Maraanapele is always creating heat. Once you have heat, you can create steam, which can turn a turbine, and then all of a sudden we have power generation. But the key is if we can go to geothermal and then put it into hydrogen, then we can containerize this, and then we can actually export energy sometime in the future. So geothermal possibilities have huge, huge upsides for the state.
So when you're talking about exporting, you're not just talking to neighbor islands, you're talking about exporting this in general.
Exporting to like Japan. Japan is a big off-taker of hydrogen. They're taking hydrogen, solar hydrogen created in Australia and are the biggest customers for Australia. Why wouldn't they take Hawaii's hydrogen?
Wow, that would be an amazing source of revenue for the state as well. Now, when you look at creating this renewable source of energy and having it not be intermittent, something that is firm by the year 2045, you know, we do have problems with the cost of electricity. I think ours is 62% higher than the national average.
It's 3 times the national average.
Yeah. So how do we get there without that cost exploding?
Well, from an energy policy standpoint, there are 3 R's in energy. It's reliability, make sure the lights go on when I flip the switch. Second is reasonable. The prices in Hawaii are 3 times the national average. We pay 42 cents per kilowatt hour in Hawaii. On the mainland, it's like 12 to 14 cents. And the third is renewable. And we saw that we don't have reliability. The most important aspect of the 3 R's, we don't have reliability with intermittent because we're at the mercy of Mother Nature. And when Mother Nature isn't filling our skies with sun or wind, then we pay for it.
When you look at timelines with some of these potential geothermal projects, what do you think we're looking at in that time frame?
Well, we have to get past those who are anti-geothermal. Some think that somehow there are going to be chemical releases. We need to make sure that geothermal is not going to be a hindrance on people's health. It's not going to disrupt the geology of the Big Island. Once we kind of allay some of those misconceptions, then I think we can really go forward with geothermal. So to answer your question, probably after we put exploratory wells into the ground and find out where the hot spots are, we might have a 5-year to 10-year trajectory to create more geothermal and then also to create hydrogen.
All right, State Senate Energy Committee Vice Chair Glenn Wakai, thank you so much for stopping by this morning.
Thanks for having me.